Hi everybody. Does everybody have their pajamas on today? Okay, the first thing we're going to do this morning is count by twos. And we're going to flip pancakes like we do at school sometime. So everybody put their arms like this, elbows together, and remember we're going to bend at the elbows. Not like this. You have to bend your elbows. And let's start with 2 and go all the way to 30. Here we go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Good job. Okay. Now the first story we're going to read today is about a giant Easter bunny. And the title of the book is Milo, the Really Big Bunny. The author's name is Stephen Krensky, and the illustrator's name is Melissa Suber. So let's see what happens to Milo this morning. Milo was a bunny, but he wasn't quick like a bunny or quiet like a bunny, and his tail wasn't fluffy because he sat on it so often. Other bunnies nibbled on carrots and lettuce. They could hop on either foot and dig tunnels from one place to another. More than anything, Milo wished he could do something to fit in better. And then one day, Milo heard about a contest. The Easter Bunny was looking for a helper. No experience was required. The Easter Bunny is the most famous bunny in the whole world, thought Milo. If I become his helper, the other bunnies will be impressed. No one was very encouraging. Look at them laughing at poor Milo. Don't be ridiculous, Milo. You have to be nimble and quick. You need a delicate touch. You have to fit in small spaces. But Milo wasn't about to give up. When the contest began, Milo was at the head of the line, just like our star of the day at school. He colored some eggs first, but this didn't work out the way he had planned. Oh gosh, what a mess. Then he tried making baskets, over and under, he told himself. That didn't work out so well either. Look at all the bunnies all tangled up. When it was time to pick a winner, Milo didn't stand a chance. Milo felt pretty bad after that. As the days passed, he dragged himself around and didn't go out much. On Easter morning, Milo just stayed in bed. He didn't hear the wind pick up or the rain start to fall. Suddenly there was a knock at the door. "Wake up, Milo," someone was shouting. It was the Easter Bunny. "I need help," he explained. Milo rushed to gather his eggs and baskets. No, not like that," said the Easter Bunny. "I need you." Milo and the Easter Bunny struggled long and hard all day. Look at Milo. He had to hold tight to that bunny. The rain was wetter than wet, and the wind was howling something awful. But finally they were finished. "Thanks," said the Easter Bunny. "You were a big help, Milo, a very big help." After that, Milo felt a lot better about himself. True, he ate as much as before. His hopping was still unpredictable, and his tail wasn't even a little fluffy. But none of that mattered anymore, because Milo had found his place at last. What a happy ending. Now, before I read our other story about an Easter Bunny, I wanted to show you something. I made this Easter Bunny when I was in 5th grade. And every Easter, I bring it out to help decorate my house. I made it out of ceramics, and I painted him, and I keep him really safe so he doesn't break when it's not Easter time. So let's look at our next book. I'm going to put the bunny down. Okay. The Bunny Who Found Easter. The author's name is Charlotte Zolotow, and it is illustrated by Helen Craig. One day, a little bunny woke up from a long nap alone under a tall elm tree. He heard the silence of the woods around him and wanted other rabbits like himself for company. "Can you tell me where I could find other rabbits?" he asked a sleepy old owl in the elm tree. "Other rabbits," said the owl. "Why, there are always rabbits at Easter." "Where is Easter?" asked the little bunny. But the old owl just dozed off to sleep again in the bright sun. It must be some place to the east, thought the bunny, and he set off searching. It was a hot summer day. The leaves in the trees stood as still as a painting against the blue sky. The bunny found a pool of water, and down in the water, silvery trout flashed by. But there were no bunnies either. Then this can't be Easter, he thought, and he went on his way. He came to a field full of daisies. There was a hot summer daisy smell over the field, and the bunny's nose twinkled. A big slow bumblebee hummed by. But in all that whiteness of daisies, there was no whiteness of bunnies like himself. "This isn't Easter," the bunny said, and so he went on. Once he was caught in a summer storm. The sky looked like night. Suddenly a streak of lightning the color of the stars forked through the sky. Great rumblings rolled from one end of the world to the other. The rain came down so fast that the bunny could hardly see the mountain just ahead. Slowly the rumbling rolled by. Slowly the sky brightened. Slowly the rain stopped. He could see the mountain laurel with the wet shining leaves, each flower cup filled with one sparkling drop of rain. But he couldn't see other bunnies shaking the rain off their white, wet fur. "Not Easter," he said sadly, and hurried on his way. Summer was nearly over. The leaves on the forest trees began to turn brown and gold and red. Dead leaves cracked under the soft rabbit hops of the little bunny who was looking for Easter. He stopped under a tree to rest, and a round, shiny red apple fell down and startled him. It smelled of autumn and crispness. He took a bite with his two front sharp teeth. When he had crunched the apple to its seed, he looked around and sighed. There wasn't another bunny to be seen. One day it began to snow. Soft white flakes drifted down from the sky, and the air was sharp and cold and still. When he hopped through the white drifts, he left little dark footprints in the snow. But no matter which way he hopped, his footprints never crossed other bunny footprints. The little bunny was alone in a world without rabbits. There were birds, little black sparrows like ink drops in the sky. Brown squirrels leaped about in the bare branches of the trees. Once he saw a whole family of deer slipping into the forest at dawn. But there wasn't another long-eared, pink-nosed, white furry rabbit like himself to be seen. This can't be Easter yet, he thought, and his loneliness grew inside of him. That night the bunny curled up in a hollow tree to keep himself warm out of the wind and sharp air. When he woke up the next morning, there was something different. It smelled. He quivered his nose and smelled hard. It smelled of greenness and warm, soft sunlight. The little bunny felt sure he would come to Easter soon. In the forest, the black twigs had little tight curled green buds. The birds were singing high up in the trees as the bunny hopped ahead looking for Easter. Suddenly, he saw something in the muddy earth that made him stand perfectly still with excitement. Crossing in front of him and going into the woods where he had never been were little rabbit paw prints on the ground. He followed the paw prints very carefully down a hidden path. There in a clearing, he saw something small and furry resting on a mossy bank. It was another bunny. She had brown fur. She had long ears like himself and eager bright eyes like himself. The little bunny was so happy to find her, he completely forgot about Easter. Hopping back through the forest with her, he showed her all the places he had seen on his search. At last they came to the tall elm tree where he had first awakened to find himself alone. But now his loneliness was gone. The two bunnies were very happy together. Soon they had a whole family of little rabbits, tiny, soft, sleepy things with long, sweet ears and small, wet noses. The bunny's heart throbbed with happiness at this wonderful, earth-smelling, sunlit, bunny-filled world. "Aha," said the old owl when he saw the bunny's family. "Didn't I tell you so? At Easter time, there are always rabbits." The bunny felt his little bunnies around him, and the earth blooming beyond them, and all things growing, and he understood at last. Easter was not a place after all, but a time when everything lovely begins once again. So before we leave today, let's take out our thorn for doing our good deeds at home. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to take 1 out. So 7 take away 1 equals 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and look at this one slipped down. Here's number 6. Here it is. Let me push it up. Oh my goodness, I can't get it, guys. Let me get it. Hold on. Let me put this down. Let's get it out. It slid through. It slid through. Oh, I'm going to have to get it later, but let me show it to you. It's right there. Do you see it in there? It slid right in between those branches. So I'll pull it out tonight. Okay, have a good day. Bye.